What's up? 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 Friday evening work. Um, Wanted to go live. I haven't done any work this week. I've been kind of under the weather. Um, Not really sick, but I had a stomach bug for the last 2 days, and I said I wanted to get some content out to you guys and kind of talk about this Patriots game. In the chess match that will be Bill, Wild Bill, Wild Bill Belichick versus the Cowboys. Dak Prescott, Kellen Moore, Mike McCarthy, the whole brash, Dan Quinn, what to expect, how the Cowboys are going to be attacked. I'll let some people get in. How you guys doing? Make sure you guys hit up the live stream. The super chat. Hopefully you guys are having a great week. Hopefully you guys are having a blessed week. I've had a good week, even though I was a little down. It's always good to talk ball. It's always good to talk ball. Let me get some notes out, guys, and then we'll go ahead and start it up. I was going to see if I can get Joe Rod to join here. I got my water behind me. Just been drinking a lot of fluids, trying to stay locked in. And then a couple of days I was off from work. I've been watching a lot of The Sopranos. When you know it, old reruns of The Sopranos has been really dope. Kind of keeping my my interest peaked and all that. The Sopranos is pretty cool. It's pretty good show. Not quite as good as Goodfellas and all that, but it's close. Mob stuff that I like, so it's pretty good. Give me some good mob shows or mob movies that y'all like. I might try to get to one tonight. And my cat is sitting here being annoying. Let me see if I can get my cat on the screen. Let's see. Should I put her on screen? Hey, Penny. All right, get down. But anyway, yeah, I love The Wire. I've seen The Wire. I've seen The Wire, so that's a dope show. Give me some other ones, guys. Oh, what college football are y'all watching tomorrow too? You guys talk to me about that. Give me some college football that you got. Bronx Tale, yeah, Bronx Tale definitely is a good one. Tony Johnson, that's a really good show. Well, movie. I like mob movies. I always like the whole the Tony the I always like the whole organized crime deal. I haven't watched. I just interests me how they were able to get away with that much crime for so long. But let's lock back into Cowboys. Let's lock back into Cowboys Patriots. I don't want to bore you guys too much with mob stuff. Let's get back in. Yeah, American Gangster for sure. I watched that one. So here I'm gonna read my notes, guys. So essentially, what's gonna happen is, I think that. Oh, thoughts on Kyle Hamilton? I guess. Hey, let's talk some college ball. I never get mad at that. Dude, I would love to have Hamilton. Even as good as the safety play has been this year, I think that he could come in and have a Micah type year. He's just that good. Hamilton is just a freak on the roof. I need to get that trademarked, on the roof. I need to get on the roof trademarked, because I was the first person to say on the roof in the YouTube world. Now it's a thing. Shout out to Foots, the secondary king. Is Foots the king? Yeah, I love him. I definitely love him. You guys make sure you smash the like button, send this video around. Make sure that you guys go ahead and hit up the super chat. All right, let's talk Pats let's talk Pats Cowboys. So for me, Bill Belichick at his core is a defensive guy. Um, Although I think a lot of people will be surprised just as how much he does have his hands in on the offense. Um, he wants the offense to be sharp. He does. He wants them to be sharp. He wants them to be quick hitting. He loves play action. He doesn't like long developing plays. He loves a quick hitting running game. He's not afraid to go running back by committee. To be honest, you probably wouldn't even know the running backs New England has. I mean, they let go of Sony Michel. I didn't even know these guys. I had to look them up. That's the Belichick way. That's the Belichickian way. Um, and then obviously you look at what he's able to piece together defensively. Uh, he will always have a stout defense. The guy just knows how to put together defense. He'll always have no-name receivers. It's just like Belichick's teams look the exact same since probably I knew he was a great coach. You know, it seems like he has Troy Browns out there now and Aguilar and those guys. Yeah, Damian Harrison, he's a pretty good running back, but Damian Harris is a pretty good running back, but you guys get my point. Like, they're not guys that they're do your job guys. Like the New England Patriots are a do your job team. That's what they are. Now, how they were able to play the Bucks is what you have to be scared of, because I know around Cowboys, brash has been like, oh, okay, we're not nervous, this, that, and the third. Um, we'll be fine. They don't have the weapons. But I've always said when it comes to coaching is one of those things to where it's like you can't underestimate a good game plan, and you can't underestimate a team who has a plan and who knows who they are, knows how they want to play football. Um, I look at the Patriots like Duke. They're not gonna come out and try to do anything crazy. They're just not. I mean, Jacoby Myers, Kendrick Bourne. I mean, N'Keal Harry, he's buried on the depth chart, so he was a bust. Somebody who I covered out of Arizona State who I thought would be really good. Mac Jones, you would think, Mac Jones being a rookie. Joe Rod's in the building. I was trying to get Joe Rod on. Everybody screamed Joe. Everybody type Joe in the chat box if you guys want Joe to come on. Me and Joe, we can do this impromptu right now, Joe. Joe popped up in the chat box. I want him on this screen. Everybody type a Joe. If you want Joe Rod on, I'll start it off. Joe. Get out of bed, Joe, and come talk ball with Foots. Come on, y'all. Everybody scream Joe. I'm not going any further till you scream Joe. Joe, Joe, Joe. Joe must go. Come on home, Joe. Come on home, Joe. Joe, Joe, Joe. Get on here, Joe. Uh-oh. Joe, they're calling for you. Joe Rod, they're calling for you. Yes. We got him. Nice. We got him. So, as we wait, guys, I just feel like I said, and when I get Joe in, we'll talk about it a little bit more. I think that this game is not a game that Dallas can play around with, because no. Oh, see something. Password Twitter. Hold on. Let me try to get Joe on real quick, y'all. I'm sorry. It's not a game we could play around with though. I'm trying to get Joe locked in. GM65. Let me see. There we go. Woo. Twitter was acting goofy. I'm sorry. This is on the fly. It's a Friday night. Give me a break. Give me a break, y'all. Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break. All right, let's get Joe in. Okay. This is not a game that we could play around with. I don't think people understand just how good of a game planner Bill Belichick is. Yes, he has some cheat to him. Obviously, I mean I think that kind of stuff gets blown out of proportion. I mean, think I don't look at it and say, yeah, Bill Belichick is some cheating. I mean, he's a great coach, dude. I saw somebody on here talked about J.C. Jackson, and we'll talk about that. J.C. Jackson is really good as well. I watched their Texans game, and he's in the building. I watched the Texans game, and the Texans were actually able to move the ball, but the Texans made a lot of dumb mistakes, let the Patriots hang around, and then boom. Let me get Joe on, y'all. Everybody make a clap emoji. Let's bring Joe in the right way, baby. Joe Rye.
What's up, bro?
How you feeling, buddy?
Good, man. I just finished my live just a little bit ago too, man. So I was just updating, looking at my stuff. I said, "Oh, damn, Foots is live." Let me
Yeah,
jump
man.
in there.
It was
Check him
crazy.
out.
I actually just sent you a text, man. I didn't know if you were busy tonight. It's crazy. I just got in from
Yeah,
coach. I was like, shoot, man, I want to talk a little ball. Who better to talk with than with Joe Rod, man? Joe, how you doing?
doing good, bro. Doing real good on Friday night. Having a good time, man. It's Cowboys. It seems like that's all we think about.
Yeah, and Joe, just taking it back to the beginning of the year, and our year starts with the draft because I pride us on how we cover the draft, Joe. Could you have seen things turning out like this? I mean, a sharp team. I think, Joe, you're the perfect person to talk about how prepared Mike McCarthy has had these guys because I don't like this brash of fans who everything is Kellen Moore and Dan Quinn, but
Mm-hmm.
every mistake is Mike McCarthy. So I'm not going to let people do that because I've watched a Jason Garrett coach team look shitty. So,
Yeah,
Joe,
yeah.
from the draft to the personnel to us winning games, just how do you feel about everything, Joe?
I think it's just it's a good indication that this team is on the right path. You know what I mean? You want to see improvement. Year two, Mike McCarthy is really what you want to see. You know, last year was a wash, but it was also his first year back coming back into the league. So I don't know if there's ring rust for coaches. Maybe there is. Maybe you got to get into a group. But I mean, we're just devastated with a lot of stuff, right? Injuries, all kinds of crap. But year two is where you want to see the improvement, and you're seeing really good improvement. And you look at his career with the Packers, it was the same trajectory. You know what I mean? It's didn't start out too good, and by the time you know it, he's hitting 13 and threes, 12 and fours. That's good football. You're in the playoffs a lot of the times, and I mean, he wasn't in there every single year, but a hell of a lot more than Garrett was, and deeper in the playoffs, right? Championship appearances.
I think, Joe, it's so refreshing that you have a guy who you tweeted something the other day about the competition thing when people get back.
Yeah.
I just think that Mike's a football guy. He's not cheesing in front of the camera. He's not corny, and I just feel like guys just have respect for him. He goes about his
Yeah.
business, treats you like a man. I know there's a brash out there who want to kill Mike for some of the time management things. Dude, we're 4-1, knocking on 5-1 at the bye. I'm not gonna be that fan that complains because I remember what it was like when we weren't prepared. We didn't have a game plan. It's clear that I don't know if people understand how it works, Joe. So let's break it down for them. When you go into a week, the OC and the DC have say, but the head coach has to approve it all. So they all sit around the table, and he goes to the GM and the owner, and he explains what the plan is, and then that's how it goes. So Mike is, and I'll tell you this: Kellen is an offensive guy, genius. But Mike has a lot of he needs a lot of say so for Kellen's game plans and for a lot of what Kellen is doing because I remember the report came out that Mike said that he specifically wanted a two-headed monster at the running back position. And now look how it's panned out. So I
Yeah.
just want people to remember that part of it, Joe, because you know, I feel like he's the only one getting slighted, but once something goes wrong, he's gonna get the blame. And I don't like that.
No, no, I've been crediting him along the way. You know what I mean? I think that's he just goes about it the right way. Yeah, obviously he's not perfect. No coach is, but it's you're seeing big dividends already. You know what I mean? And coaching matters. You know what I mean? Like coaching, legitimately, it does matter. You know, it's all about fostering the talent and utilizing the talent in the right ways. You know what I mean? It's always said that we're going to put them in position to win. Well, I feel like this staff is that. We always heard that with Garrett, Marinelli, Chris Richard, these guys, but it never really turned into that. But this year, I mean, it's looking good.
Yeah, Joe, it really is, Joe. One more thing before we get into the Patriots Cowboys game plan. This is Joe Rod joining us, Cowboys blog, guys. If you guys don't follow him, make sure you guys do that. Just an amazing follow. A guy that's going to give you cutthroat Cowboys. This has been my homie for going on 5 years now. Just an amazing, amazing follow. We didn't even plan this. He jumped in the chat box. We're going with the flow. It's Friday night. We're chilling.
Yeah.
Joe, the young talent. Our arena is the draft. Joe, can you remember a year that the young guys have taken over like this?
The closest thing would be 2016, right? With Zeke and Dak. But outside of that, I mean, you would have to go way back in time, way back in time. And we're talking not even year one. We're talking like 2 and 3, and we're talking about like the '90s Cowboys, right?
Yeah.
These young guys right out the gate. I mean, they're looking good. Parsons, Osa, Jabril is coming along. I cannot wait till he hits his stride and gets more snaps because this guy can play.
Golston.
Golston. I have the Iowa program, Foots. Like we talk about factories. The Iowa is one of those factories where D line, O line, you get solid players that play in the league 10 years or so. And Iowa is one of those good programs.
Absolutely. Number 2 in the nation right now. If you want O lineman, hell, if you just want a good football player,
Yeah.
you need to look at Iowa. Just a really good program. Yeah, I agree, Joe. It's really one of those things like, wow. Micah Parsons, he's just locked Pro Bowler. It's looking like locked in the running for Defensive Player of the Year, Rookie of the Year, excuse me. Then obviously the development of Diggs is he's still a young player, second year player. Diggs is in contention for being the Defensive Player of the Year easily. If he gets 2 to 3 more picks, it's a lock for him. For sure, he's already Pro Bowl status.
Yeah.
Then you look at Golston. He's getting a lot of reps. You look at Jabril still. You look at Osa, who we just talked about, Joe, the competition thing.
Yeah.
And that's for another date. It's going to be it's going to be very hard to to remove Osa off the field, Joe.
Yeah, and I've said on my channel we have a lot of good problems. You know what I mean? You have a good problem with the tackle position. You have a good problem with defensive tackle. You have a good problem at safety. Uh, because you do you've got players that are right now that are playing really high level football with Jaron Curse, Osa Digizua, um, that Terrence Steele, man, I don't think he's getting enough credit. You know, I've seen people say that he's done okay. He's been adequate. I think he's been more than adequate. He's stifled a lot of people. You know what I mean? So good people, good players. He's done a good job against some really solid edge players. So
Joe, let's talk about this one. What grade would you give this rookie class right now?
man, dude, I gotta go. I'm gonna go B plus.
I would Bill, that's crazy. So if it goes to an A, if
Yeah.
if right, okay, there's gonna come a point this year where corner is gonna be an issue. Joe, again, this is why you gotta follow him. He's been on top of Diggs' injury since he was drafted. His injury history is flaring up now. I don't think Diggs is gonna play every game. But I think that what Dallas will do is make sure that he's clean enough for the postseason. So at some point you're gonna see Kelvin Joseph or Wright. If they give you anything, it goes to an A. Right
Yeah.
now, I want to say B plus because it was clear that when Micah Parsons was drafted, whether Cowboys brass liked him or not, because even I'm not gonna be Benedict Arnold here or look at me, Larry. Here's the truth.
Yeah.
Me and Joe wanted Rashawn Slater. Well, Foots wanted Rashawn Slater. Rashawn Slater arguably is the best tackle in football right now. He's the best. He's playing at that level. They just wrote a story on him when he played the who did they just play? Who did the Chargers just play? It was a big game and they won. Anyway, Eckler wanted a chip, and Rashawn Slater said, "No, I don't need help on this chip. Like, don't chip here."
They knocked it out the park there. Every so
Browns.
often.
Yeah, it was the Browns. It was the Browns and Myles Garrett. So
That was a shootout. I think right. It was a high scoring affair.
yeah. So with the Browns, that was like it was a story. He was like, "No, I don't need help with Myles Garrett. It was just Myles Garrett. I don't need a chip Eckler."
Just Myles Garrett, right?
Yeah,
man, dude.
Just the best DN.
That's good swag. That's good swag. Like you got to have that, and that's what I love about Michael Parsons. Like, you know, the stuff that you heard pre-draft doesn't match what you see right now. He's total team player, fully locked in. Look like a great teammate. I mean, he's just unbelievable. Like we got him at the number 10 pick. You know, it's been a real blessing for this team that we got him in there.
Yeah, totally. And I just, I believe that, like I said, but so anyway, going down the list, I mean, obviously, when Michael was drafted, and I think Joe did a mock draft before a couple days before he got Micah, and in my last mock, I mocked Micah to the Cowboys. I didn't know that's where Dallas was leaning. I'm glad because it's turned out for the better, and it's clear that this Cowboys team had a plan. They had a plan, Joe, a great one. I'm so glad they didn't mess with Kyle Pitts and all that goofy stuff. I mean, how Schultz has panned out.
Yeah.
I think this team would be mad if we had Kyle Pitts. I mean, it's cool, but it's just overkill. This offense is already where it needs to be. So you get Micah, you get Kelvin Joseph in the second. He's working his way back from injury, but then Osa brings you up the draft grade because of the way he's already played. He's just giving you very beyond quality reps. It's just like Osa's in there and you forget just how good he is. And then obviously Golston is giving you reps. Man, Joe, this is special, dude.
Osa's been a really good surprise because he looks like he came into the league already with the NFL body.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I think when he gets into the offseason with another offseason NFL program, this guy's going to be a monster. I mean, he was like NFL ready made, you know, and I think that's a part of it was the McCarthy scouting. He likes the UCLA program.
Yeah, yeah. No, I completely agree, Joe. Joe, I'm gonna answer this one then, guys. After this, we have to get to we answered the draft grade. That's a great. Thank you, PJ, for the super chat. Joe, people want to hear from you. So Cleveland's been here all night. Let's answer Cleveland. Joe, where are you with resigning Schultz? Yay or nay? And then we'll get to the Patriots. Joe, how do you feel on that?
Yay, 100%. Definitely
Same.
signing him. You know what I mean? The Cowboys haven't re-signed somebody during the bye week in a couple years, but they have done that before. Maybe we get one here. You know, before he gets 80 catches, 908 touchdowns later, that price is going to go up. But I think either way, I think that's one of the guys you want to keep. You're talking about contract year, Dalton Schultz. I wouldn't want to let him go. He's become Witten's to Romo. He's that. That's his escape
I
hatch.
trust him.
Yeah.
It was so crazy that I used to get flack. Now I could be looking at me, Larry. I used to get flack for going out on a limb for Dalton Schultz, and I just said that there's something special to being reliable, and I don't think people understood what I meant by that. And I was just saying, like, look, there's a lot of guys in this league who can't get open. There's a lot of guys in this league who can't block, Joe. There's a lot of guys in this league who aren't where they're supposed to be, and it's clear that when Dak gets in a bind, that just why stick. He's just
Mhm.
gonna go to Schultz just for easy 5 yards just to get this offense going. And it's clear, I'm resigning him. I'm resigning Tony. Um, you're gonna have to make some decisions with Lyle, Joe. Um, I'm not the financial guy, but I do know this. Jerry, if he wants you, you'll be a Cowboy. So we'll leave it there, guys. This isn't the signing show. I want to talk about Patriots and Cowboys. So guys, get your questions ready. Joe, to me, this game comes down to a couple things. When you're playing a Bill Belichick coach team, I feel that you have to execute. Uh, and you got to know that Bill is going to take away what you do good,
Mhm.
what you do great. The good thing is Dallas does two things very great, which makes them a top five offense, top two running the ball. I think they're top 10 passing yardage, passing efficiency. They're in the tops and all of those. But the Patriots defense is also very stingy, Joe. What does this game come down to for you? For me, I see Bill Belichick taking away the run, making Dak be sharp in that weather. Joe, what are your thoughts? Talk to me.
Yeah, I think it's definitely going to be the run because they like to control the clock. The Bill
Mhm.
Belichick, Parcells tree, these guys come from controlling the clock. Sean Payton, the same deal. So it's all about controlling the clock. And if you want to control the clock, you want quick three and outs. You want to shut down that running game, and you turn it to passing, and you're eating up the clock for the other side for the Patriots. So yeah, I'm with you. I think it's the running game first. Dalton Schultz, the chain mover was going to be second for me.
Okay. So, I like what Sarah's saying. What's up, Sarah, my baby?
Mhm.
What's up, Sarah Green? You guys keep tapping in with the questions. Sarah saying the Cowboys have way more talent. Nothing Bill can do to stop them. So that D line is really good. Um, Van Noy and those guys on the back end are decent. And then J.C. Jackson, McCourty, they play good football. So here's the deal. I like what Daniel's saying, Joe, and I'm gonna get to this. Can Belichick trick Prescott and cover schemes? We can always take what they give us, but can he trick into what they're giving? This is a great way. This is what Belichick likes to do, right? He will bail pre-snap. He will. I think Dallas is gonna see 8-man fronts in the run game. I just don't think that Bill is going to sit back and cover two, Joe,
Yeah.
and say, run the ball down our throat with Tony Pollard and Zeke. Um, I think CD has to have a game on the edge, Joe. Um, I think he does. I think he's going to have to be mano a mano against a lot of man coverage, and then a lot of times where he'll have those corners get out of there and do some zone things as well. But it'll look like man because that's just what Bill does. He likes to disguise things, especially in that 30 going in area to make sure that they don't give up points in the red area. I think that's what he likes to do. Now I went back, Joe, and watched the Texans and Patriots game, and Texans had him dead to rights.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, what is it? David Stills? David Stills?
Kicker.
Their quarterback, rookie quarterback.
Oh no, that was he had man, what it was Stanford kid.
Yeah, David Stills, I think.
No, not Stills. What's his
Stills.
name? Anyway, he didn't play bad.
Yeah.
Davis Mills.
Mills, yeah.
Yeah.
Something like that. David
Yeah.
something.
Yeah. Davis Mills, yeah. So he didn't play bad. Special teams killed him. And just lack of execution.
Yeah.
Again. So defensively, you can move the ball on this team.
All right.
I thought when the Patriots played the Bucks, that was more telling of like Bill being able to use less is more to stop a high potent offense. Because we would agree that the Bucks have a good offense. So I think it's gonna come down to execution. It's gonna come down to Dallas, Dak, Coop, CD. Like the dudes got to be dudes, and they got to be on the same page, really, right, Joe?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta play a clean game on both sides of the ball. No knucklehead penalties. Yeah, because they'll score off of your mess up. So it's gonna be a good game, man. I think it's gonna be it's another good test for the team. It's gonna be a good test because this is like you said in the title here, it's gonna be a chess game.
Yeah.
For sure.
The last 3 out of 4 D lines was supposed to be great. What makes this D line different? That's a good point. So, hey, listen, Sir King Bishop, I like what you're saying. I think that Dallas has done a better job this year than I've seen. And this is what I said Mike deserves credit. I think they've done a better job this year of attacking teams versus I just remember watching so many Garrett games, and it was I hate to keep, going hard on Garrett, but it was just, well, this is what we do. We run the ball, so we're gonna run the ball no matter what. I think that even in the loss to the Bucks, I think Dallas did an amazing job of, hey, they're not giving us the run. We're not going to run the ball. We're not just going to beat our heads up against a wall. I think that the Cowboys are doing a great job of attacking teams and attacking what they do not so well. So, and to your point too, King Bishop, hey, man, Dallas very well could run the ball against an 8-man surface. Because I think that the way that Steele is playing in the run game, the way that Tyron, when healthy, is playing in the run game, and the way the right side of the line is blocking with Zach and Steele, especially in the run game.
Yeah.
They could just say, we don't care. Come on.
I want that rematch. And I know Dak said we'd see him again. There's a good chance we're going to see him again, and I can't wait for that. I think the wild card in that was not having Zach Martin there. I think in the rematch you have Zach there, and we're gonna get that win.
Yeah, Joe, it's crazy. I can't remember a year where I've already started looking at the teams in NFC at hierarchy: Arizona, the Rams, Bucks, Green Bay, Saints. How do we match up? I can't remember a year where it's like we got the East. I'm watching Jalen Hurts play yesterday. He can't throw a 5 and out. He can't throw a comeback. He just it's
You,
off.
you know what I like about this team Foots this year is that they're playing tough. They're playing really hard nosed football. Like this isn't like finesse football. We're not finesse right now. I love that. You know what I mean? Like I can go into a game and say we're gonna put it to you. You
Yeah,
know what I mean? We can go to the Rams. We can go to the Bucks. Anybody. I think we have a good. Um, we're gonna try to bully you around. You know what I
yeah.
mean?
I think to add to that, Joe, I think that's a great observation. I say this too, Joe. I think that this is the first year where I could say Dallas doesn't have a team full of nice guys. Like I
Hmm.
like Sean Lee, just too nice. I liked some of these other guys, like they were just nice guys. Like, when you see Randy Gregory rush, he's talking trash. When you see, you know, I like J. Ron Curse getting in a squabble. I like that. Like, I
Yeah.
like these aren't your grandfather's Cowboys. America's team. This isn't that team. And that's what I missed. Like, that's what we haven't had really probably since I've been watching this team. Just too many nice Cowboys walking around with a cowboy hat on, like just soft. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
like I mean, I'll be honest. Like I love Sean Lee. This isn't a knock on Sean Lee. He was just nice. He was too nice. I mean, when I see J. Ron Curse and Kazee jawing with folks, that turns me up. Like F these teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's up? We gonna hit y'all in the mouth. You
Yeah.
know, what's the punk? Kadarius Toney tried to sneak Kazee. He was with it. Like, I want guys that'll with smoke. You know what
Hmm.
I mean? Like,
Yeah.
so that right there, this team just is built different. I meant our opponents. They said LA now. Okay, yep. I got you, Sir King Bishop, and thank you for the super chat. But thank you so much. We'll leave your comment up there for a second. We are Smash Mouth. Yep, and that's
Mhm.
what Joe's talking about, man. Like um, we're we are taking it to teams. I like what Brandon Boy saying. Yeah, real goons.
Yeah.
You got real goons, and they're not dirty, but on the field, bro, they gonna talk that talk, and that even goes to. I mean, I hate to do this, man, but like getting Jalen out of there was another message. Like, listen, you're not holding your weight, you out of there.
They really, and if you look at it, so it's like they've really churned this through the draft and free agency, really good picks. But you needed to get rid of you needed to move on from Tyron Crawford. You needed to go ahead and move on from Sean Lee, like you said. Jalen, you had to move on. Like you had to get a new identity. And that identity here that you're having in Dallas is physical football, both sides of the ball. You're in for a long
Yep.
4 quarters of football when you play the Cowboys.
Yeah, man. I think the you know I think the tell all is that Dallas will run the ball down your throat at any time in the game. I think people looked at Tony and Zeke as a battle and one better. These guys get stronger. They build off each other.
Yeah.
If one's turned up, Tony coming in with that fire. Tony's the highest rated running back in the league right now per carry, like rated. And I believe it. He's hitting the hole hard, bruh. Cutting. Now he didn't have the most yards. I think he's 32nd in yards. Zeke is fifth with like 57 less carries than Derrick Henry. It's amazing.
Mm.
Again, Mike McCarthy understanding we're gonna use both no matter what. I think Dallas. I think. I think Dallas did a great job. This is a great point too. I got to put this on the screen. In my opinion, the soft kind of right guy came from Jason Garrett. Of course it did. I agree.
Mhm.
I
Yeah. I
I
love that
agree.
comment.
Yeah, that's a great. And thank you for the super chat, the 94s. Dang, Joe, we got some fire tonight, man. I'm glad you came on. So I think too, Joe, Mike, and making sure that we have this solid run game. I think this is gonna play in a lot of teams because being a dominant run team, I was watching Tampa run the ball yesterday. I was like, their run game's good. Dallas is better. Um, we just can oppose our will. Joe, I want to get to I want to get to stopping the Patriots now. Mac Jones.
Hmm.
Um, I remember when now we're taking it back to being draft guys, and it's kind of amazing how some of these rookie quarterbacks just haven't looked great. Zach
Hmm.
Wilson's been just okay. Trey Lance, my guy, just been okay. He's hurt out there in San Fran land. I thought he would be better. He's just been a guy. Trevor Lawrence on a bad team. He's putting up a lot of garbage yardage, but they're not winning games.
Yeah.
And then, lo and behold, Mac Jones. To me, for my money, he looks like the best rookie quarterback. Does that mean a stud? No. Is it a Dak Prescott 2016 year? Absolutely not. But he's a guy who will step up in the pocket. Anything underneath, he'll make the throw. He's not gonna push the ball downfield.
Yeah.
I think they're like 32nd in explosive plays. Joe, what do we have to do to stop this Patriots attack? They have a decent run game. Harris, the whole nine. What do we have to do to stop this run attack, Joe? I mean, excuse me, this passing attack. This offense, this Patriots offense. Let me say that.
I just, for me, I would like to see more pressure up the middle and
That's a great point.
try to flush him out. I think you flush him out. He's the least mobile of all the quarterbacks we faced. You know what I mean? So I think if you can flush him out and try to make him throw on the run, he's gonna make a mistake. But get in his face, Osa. Maybe you're gonna see some blitzes from Micah. Um, Anybody, you know what I mean? They're gonna have to bring some pressure to get in his face because it's gonna be dink and dunk football from these guys the whole game. You know, they're gonna get those high percentage passes and just keep moving the ball down the field.
Yeah, I think that's pressure up the middle. He can't step up. This is why you don't. I was on a round table with the guys, and my whole thing was there's no way I'm taking Micah out of the middle of the field because now you'll see his worth to me. Run, rally, tackle, of course. The whole run, hit, talk ish. That's the new thing around Dallas. That's cool. But now let's talk football. And the thing that Micah can do is on passing downs is Mac Jones will have no idea where he's coming from.
Yeah, exactly.
The DC will have no idea where he's coming. I mean, the OC, excuse me, the offensive line coach will have no idea where he's coming from, and that matters.
Yeah, he's a chess piece, right foot. So you account for him, but then you're so distracted by the chess piece, you're gonna get flanked by somebody else. Could be Randy Gregory, could be anybody else, right?
Can we talk about Randy Gregory for a second, Joe? How impressed have you been with Gregory? Just for him to battle through all the crap, and he's playing damn good football, bro.
Yeah,
Like it's not showing in the sacks, but he's gonna have a 3-sack game soon. Watch what I tell you.
oh yeah, yeah. He's I mean, it's a great story. You know what I mean? Like he finally had a full offseason with the Cowboys, full training camp. He's keeping on the weight. You know, he's bulked up and he's kept it up. So he's got the body armor, and dude, he's like you said, bringing a lot of pressures, and those are almost like sacks. I mean, you're putting the quarterbacks are off their landmarks, and it's affecting the offenses.
Yeah, I think I don't think enough is being said about his bull rush.
Oh
Um,
yeah, yeah,
he's strong.
yeah, he looks stronger than I thought, man. Like he was that last game. I was like, wow, he's got some bull rush. I mean, he's just pushing that tackle into the pocket. It was beautiful.
The thing is speed to power. He's converting speed to power. I think teams are worried about his outside stem work, and then what he does is he's using his hands to just two-hand stab and then just drive quarterbacks back. He plays with such good leverage. He did this at Nebraska, and I think people forgot. Randy Gregory was a top 5, top 10 prospect in that draft.
Mm-hmm.
Had the issue with the marijuana. Dallas took a chance, as Dallas does. and it paid. 2015, right, Joe?
Yeah, 2015. It's crazy how long we've had him here, and he doesn't have much tread on those tires
No
at all,
trouble with
really.
tires, man, and stuck with the plan, and now he's making a lot of plays. So I just want to speak on that, Joe. Uh,
Mm.
our secondary now. Are you worried about the Diggs injury before we move forward, or does this sound like just what are your thoughts there?
Yeah, I am concerned about it. You know what I
Okay,
mean? Because it's an ankle, right? So is it a high ankle or what kind of? I know they're treating it. You know what I mean? So
right.
if he's not good to go, it's supposedly he's a game time decision. I know Jerry and Steven said that they're going to be ready for Sunday, but ultimately, is he? And if he's not, you're looking at Kennedy or Nashawn Wright, and that changes the whole scope of the game.
It does. It does, Joe.
Mhm.
That's something to watch. Do I think we could win without him? Yes. Do I think it makes things different? Yes, because right now, let's be honest, I don't think quarterbacks really want to try this dude. And if they do, they'd be foolish. Uh, but you have depth for a reason. And again, and we just talked about it. You can't go into a game saying, well, if we, if they're healthy enough to play and they're on the field, you got to play them. You got to have confidence in them. I think Deshaun or you would want Kelvin Joseph to see where he's at. I think he showed some things, but I think Deshaun would have to come in and show what he could do. Um, so that'll be something to watch. Now speaking of that, Joe, we can't get to the bye week fast enough. Do
Mhm.
these receivers? Let's talk back about this Patriots offense. Do these receivers scare you? Jacoby Myers, uh, the tight ends a little bit more. Hunter Henry. It sounds like they're getting a little bit of rhythm. But
Yeah.
what about this offense? This Patriots offense scares you, Joe, if anything, or if it's just a vanilla dink and duck do your job offense? Is there one aspect of this offense that scares you?
No, it doesn't scare me. It's just their ability to matriculate down the field is what it is. You know what I
Mhm.
mean? They're gonna spread the ball around, and that's kind of what Mac Jones did really well at Alabama, right? Spreading the ball around to all the receivers, even backs coming out of the backfield. So it's they definitely he landed in the right spot. We're talking about all the rookie quarterbacks. He definitely landed in the right spot, the right program to succeed. But yeah, nothing scares me from that offense really. It's just about we gotta execute. You know what I mean? They gotta execute and tackle everybody. Don't let anybody get yards after the catch.
Yeah, man, look, I think that's big. These guys don't have burners. I mean, hell, we've been playing against Nelson Aguilar for how long? He's just a guy. Uh, so I think, you know, to your point, Joe, that you go out there again, you execute, you tackle. These guys aren't big run after catch guys. Um, I think you hold them to threes. They may get some yardage, but if you can hold them to three and you're getting seven, I think you win the game. Obviously, that's the recipe, but they just don't have explosive guys that are just gonna run past you or do, you know, just amazing things. I mean, that's not even how Bill wants to play it. So I think that, um, in that, I think that you'll be fine. Another thing though, Joe, that I don't want to take for granted is what special teams. So, Joe, is there anything that we should be thinking about? I know Belichick in his press conference was very. He had a lot of good things to say about Bones Fossil. Is there anything? I mean, they have Nick Folk. Is there anything in the kicking game we should worry about, or I know somebody's talking about Matt Judon. I will go back to that, but special teams, we good there, Joe?
Yeah, I think we're good there as long as we don't do any goofy stuff. You know what I mean? And I think they kind of reeled them in. I think they reeled in Fossil a little bit to hey, no more stupid stuff.
Yeah, what was it? What was the deal with that? He's been making all these calls. I mean, what's up with this guy?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's just it's weird. It's just like he's trying to block punts that he has no business trying to block. We're getting 15-yard penalties. Just silly stuff, right, Joe?
yeah, and that kind of stuff can hurt you. Can change the momentum of a game. You
Yeah,
know what I mean?
Is Bones one of those guys? He's like, hey, look at me, I coach too. Is he one of those guys, Joe?
Yeah, he wants to get in on the fun, I guess, but I don't blame him. I mean, this team is doing some special things right now, but I mean, he can't just go off, off and do stupid stuff.
Yeah. Joe, a few people have hit on it in the comments, so I guess we'll talk about it. Have we ever been around a more fun team? And I put this in my winning formula video. I want people to think about this. Dak and Zeke are now veterans. What?
No,
that's crazy. Dak is a veteran. Young Zeke is a veteran. That's how crazy this is. Like, you have young vets. They're not too old. They're not like a Tom Brady age gap. But then you have Tyron and Zach. Then you have Randy. So those are the vets on this team. DeMarcus, those are the vets. And then you have young production from Micah and Diggs and, those pieces. Has there ever been a mesh like this, Joe? Just a mesh like this?
No. I mean, not anything recently. Nothing like this. Not a good mix of vet and rookies. We haven't had that.
Wow. I completely agree, man. That and it's special, man. It's special, and I guess I just asked you that, and I just say like, Cowboys fans, enjoy it. Enjoy this year. It feels special. It feels fun. I remember me and Joe. I was watching. I forget what game it was. Like, we're gonna see after the Bucs game. It was like, okay, we need to see what's going on. And they're coming out. They're winning games they're supposed to win. I can't remember a year where it's like NFC East got it locked up. I mean, we do.
Oh yeah.
Just got this division locked. The way that these guys are playing, I don't think that they believe they could beat us. These teams, I don't.
A lot of these teams are trying to match the intensity of the Cowboys, and I think it's carried them to the first half, and the second half we just keep pouring it on.
Mm-hmm.
We don't stop,
mm-hmm.
and these teams can't handle it. They haven't been able to handle the onslaught.
Yeah, that's funny, Joe. That's exactly what it's been as well. Joe, anything else that we want to get to? I feel like I know you've been doing a lot of work. We just gave these people a good solid hour. Let's get to about 5 questions, Joe, and I'll let you go. You guys shoot any questions, and we'll get right to it, man. Shoot us questions. Me and Joe will be happy to ask. Joe, I'm thankful for your time. I know you just did some work. You're putting in overtime on this Friday. I'm sipping water. What questions do you guys have for me and Joe Rod? Questions going once, going twice. I know sometimes they're trying to load. Okay, Joe. While we're waiting, Joe. Okay, this is a good one. I'll save that one, Joe. Right now, who's the class of the NFC East not named the Cowboys?
Class of the NFC East?
No, excuse me, NFC. I'm sorry.
Oh, the NFC.
Yeah.
Not named the Cowboys.
Not named the Cowboys.
Definitely would be the Bucs, the Cardinals, but I don't believe in the Cardinals.
I agree.
The Bucs, I do believe in the Bucs, but the Cardinals, the Rams a little bit, maybe the Rams a little bit, but the NFC South, nobody really scares me in that division at all. I'm believing the Saints. Carolina might come on at the end. I don't know, but to me, it's not that many that really are the cream of the crop right now.
That's fair. To me, I saw the Rams take a bad loss to the Cardinals. I see the Cardinals throwing the ball all over the Cardinals are sneaky to me, Joe. I can see why you say you wouldn't believe in them. having to defend Kyler Murray for 4 quarters is going to be tough. I think we could do it. You have a chess piece like Micah,
Mhm.
who's athletic enough to do it. So
The main reason I say that is because I've seen a lot of the NFC West games and how they affect Kyler Murray is by frustrating him.
yeah,
And that has always been a part of his game that really sticks out to me. And I think the Cowboys have a defense that can frustrate quarterbacks. And if you're looking at frustrating Kyler Murray, we have the talent to do it. And I think that would be a good game.
thank you for the super chat. The 94's players say taking it one at a time. We need to one game at a time. We need to do the same. Enjoy every single game, one game at a time. I agree. Thank you to 94's. Joe, what you're saying about Kyler Murray is true. Doesn't it sometimes feel like his body language is off?
Oh, it is. It's you see it, and I crack up every time I see him because he'll roll his eyes. He sighs, huffs, and puffs.
Mm-hmm.
Those are red flags as far as like you can get into this guy's head. You
Yeah,
can rattle him mentally. Yeah.
for sure. He'll definitely make some plays, but also you're like, dude, just relax.
He shows his emotions on his face.
Yeah, I think Dak does the best job in the league of just taking it day by day, not getting too high, too low. He's been through a lot. He's
Oh
just
yeah.
for sure. You think you think Diggs has had the best turnaround for a player ever? He looked average at. This is a really good question. Wow. I want to end on this, Joe, because I
Mhm.
let you go. This will take us to an hour. Has Diggs had the best turnaround ever? Here's the deal. You may have. I'm not gonna say. I would have to do a lot of research on ever. I don't know that I've ever seen a player that got beat as much as Diggs. Diggs got beat a lot last year. He did. I thought he fought back well. I thought the Redskins game could have broke him last year. Um, Andy Dalton at quarterback. Uh, Terry McLaurin running right past you, double moving him, no safety help. It's just the defense was awful, and Diggs was from Alabama. That just doesn't happen. You know what I'm saying? Just a sound defense. There were a couple other times where Diggs was just toast. I think that he did a better job, the best job I think that I've ever seen of a player putting bad plays behind him and making plays and making the most out of nothing. So I don't know if I say ever, but really good. Like Joe, your thoughts?
I yeah, I like what you're saying there, Foots, too. And so what I like about what I think is while he might have looked a little bit average last year, I thought he held his own. Starting right out the gate and facing all the murderers row of the top end wide receivers really did him well because he fought with what uh, Hopkins,
Mm-hmm.
Metcalf,
Mm-hmm.
McLaurin, who's
Mm-hmm.
pretty damn good, and just you can name a whole bunch of them, right? And he won some, he lost some, but he's stuck to it, and I think you're seeing that along with Al Harris. I think he needs to get a lot of credit in this as well. That he
I
has
agree.
really elevated that, and the turnaround has been. I don't know if I would even call it a turnaround. I would just say that the progression. I would say more is that he's really progressed really well.
Yeah, Joe, I think everything that you're saying makes a lot of sense, and that's that's what you look for in development. I know that
Yeah.
that's what Will McClay was hoping for when he drafted him. Like, give him some time. Um, we got somebody from Hawaii. That's what's up, man. Aloha to you. Um,
Yeah, that was a great question. That was a great one, Derek.
yeah, man. Um, um, I think Sarah's spot on.
I saw one that was from somebody mentioned Pollard. I thought that was a good one too, Foots. You
Let's
want to
get
put
to it,
that
Joe.
one?
Let's see. Let's see if we can find it. Okay, doesn't this game say career game for Pollard Day? Is that it right there, Joe?
Yeah, that one there.
Okay, let's talk about it.
That
Doesn't
one.
this game say career Pollard Day and Dak just managed the game? Joe, what do you see with that?
Yeah, we kind of touched on it earlier, right? Because I think, if you want to get him on the perimeter and keep him in the mix, I think that Pollard, this could be a good game for him to kind of like we used him a couple games back where he had a good amount of carries and really gashed the defense. You know what I mean? Whether it's a bubble screen or just, running through the line, on that right side with Zach Martin and Terrence Steele. So, if they try to lock down Dalton and we're having, issues getting down the field, I think Pollard is somewhere that you can put him in the mix and open it up.
Mm, dang, Joe. We might got to end on that, bro. I think Joe's spot on right there. Um, it, it really comes back to pieces and pieces that are ready to step up. Dallas just has a lot, man. Like, it's going to be hard for any defense to really match up with this team.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And I really don't even think that we're going to have any issues getting the ball down the field either. It's just we're kind of talking like worst case scenarios, right? Like where can we find offense if we do have issues? And I think Pollard, James Graves Jr. is a great example of that. Like you have another weapon here in your back pocket. You're like, oh, we got this weapon here. Here you go. Can you stop this guy?
I'll be honest with y'all. I'll be completely honest with you. Like, man, you guys are killing it late night, man. We doing it, man, for sure. Um, I will be completely honest with you. We haven't even got CD. I'm telling you, man, like CD Lamb I think he has another gear that I don't think anybody on his team has, Joe. I don't. He hasn't even gotten going yet, Joe.
Yeah. That's another year two player that's progressing as well. So he's seeing a lot. He's getting a lot of experience out there, and the repertoire that he has with Dak, it's coming along well too. So yeah, it's I think we're hitting on a lot of. I don't even think we're hitting on all cylinders yet. We're still finding our way, but man, we're looking damn good.
Man, I'll be honest with you. With CD, dude, I said this on Twitter, Joe. I would have a package of about 15 plays to where I need to kind of like I gotta get him going at some point. 15 play. I mean, he's crazy. After the catch, he's nuts. He hasn't even scraped the surface of how good he's gonna be. The super chat's been going crazy. Man, you guys smashed the like button. We had 214 viewers, but me and Joe need to get some rest because we don't want our tiredness to fall over to Sunday. We want to give you guys tune in late. I'm gonna run this back. Appreciate you, Fuss and Joe Rod. Thank you. Give me a realistic trade target that the Cowboys get. I've been hearing a lot about Joe Hayden. I'm gonna stay away. You drafted.
Yeah.
I mean, unless something just goes crazy, play your guys, man. If you got your quarterback, you got your running back, you got your receivers, play football.
I won't Foots, so I'm talking about that. I'd rather keep my picks and package them for some a badass safety or maybe it's another defensive end kind of guy. Where you can be a little bit more aggressive. You know what I mean? Like have your picks. You're gonna get another third, I think, or a fourth rounder comp pick. So you're gonna have some weapons to be aggressive if you want to. So I kind of rather do that.
Yeah. I think that's spot on, Joe. Yeah, man. I agree, double star. That's my point, man. I don't think the CD has really even turned up the fire yet. That dude is crazy. Anyway, guys, the super chat's been crazy. The chat box has been crazy. Everybody give me a piece. Y'all be safe tonight. Me and Joe are gonna head out. I just want to piggyback on one thing that Joe just said, and it's so big. You built this team through the draft. Cowboys fans, stop being caught up in the moment with these free agents. Look at Jamal Adams. Look at Richard Sherman. Look at all these guys that people wanted. These guys.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah, exactly. That's the
Like
sound.
I hate to be that guy, Joe, but it's like guys, stick with us during the draft, and we're gonna get you guys good players. Like, but stop with the every single year. It's somebody else. No.
Next year's gonna be Derwin James. Get ready.
Well, we might got to try. I think the Chargers are putting something special. That could be a possible Cowboys Chargers rematch, man. I'm going Cowboys Bills in the show. Who knows? Save this video. I might have been right. It's your boy Foots, guys. Thank you guys for coming on. Joe, where can they find you?
Please. Guys, hit me up on YouTube. Hit me up on YouTube. Cowboys blog. Just look up Cowboys blog. Twitter, hit me up. Cowboys blog net. And have a good time, man. We talk a lot of football. Foots. We're always going through the game, almost play by play. Like, hey, this and that. Like, it's a good time. So, guys, follow us on Twitter.
Yes, sir. And then the same thing with me. Hit me up. It's at Foots the King. I'm putting it in the chat box, y'all. I appreciate y'all, man. All I can say is, man, let's just continue to build this thing. It's been a great year. And just praying for injury free, Joe.
No, yeah.
Injury free, man. I am. But it's your boy Foots, man. I'm out. Joe, appreciate you.
Appreciate everybody. Have a great one. Let's go Cowboys.
Peace.